My name is Andrew Dowse. I am the Director of Defence Research and Engagement at Edith Cowan University. I come here from Defence, where I spent 37 years in the Air Force, retired as an Air Vice Marshal. I was an electronic engineer as a trade, but I was involved in a lot of various areas, particularly involving electronic systems, communication systems, air defence systems, electronic warfare, information warfare. I got involved a lot in capability development and strategic planning. And in my final role, I was the head of ICT operations for the Department of Defence. The role I am filling at ECU is a new role. Its responsibility is to promote, develop and to progress defence programs, research programs and education programs that may be of interest to defence and maybe more broadly of interest to the national security agencies, to police forces and to anyone who's involved in the national security of our nation. The role involves a number of activities, including promoting, engaging with potential partners, with sponsors, with customers of the capabilities that Edith Cowan produces, whether that be our research programs, whether it be our education, or whether it be consultancy of any type. Edith Cowan's profile in defence encompasses a number of areas, diverse areas. The most obvious one that people know about is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is a great strength of ECU. It's a leader nationally and is now renowned as an international provider of research and education in cybersecurity. We've been producing graduates for over a decade now. We produce significant research and we support a lot of activities, including innovation proposals, and we really add to the cybersecurity capabilities of our nation already. We really believe that cybersecurity is a critical area for defence in future, as it is for our entire nation. And so ECU is very keen on creating good relationships and improving on the relationships we have in relation to cybersecurity. There are a number of other areas that ECU also has strengths in over the years and that we're looking at expanding upon our existing cooperation with Defence and to create new activities and relationships. They include engineering. We have a very strong engineering department. We have a department of science that is very good at computer science and electronic systems. And both of those areas are obviously of great interest to Defence. They're also very much of interest to Western Australia, who have great needs for defence capabilities, in particular maritime engineering. In addition to that, there are a lot of other areas, including our health science, in particular our exercise science. ECU is one of the top 20 universities in the world in relation to its sports science program. And the health of people through sports science and through health science, through exercise, nutrition and sleep, is critical to our defence forces and is perhaps an area that's been overlooked in the past. We're very keen on forming a good relationships with our defence departments and with other agencies such as law enforcement agencies in order to improve the health of their people. And finally, there is a growing area of interest in ECU, which is our strategic studies in the areas of law and in conflict, that we're developing an ability to contribute to the debate at the strategic level about our interests in defence in Australia and where we should be going with our strategies. We've been in some really good discussions with the other universities in Western Australia around a concept that we call Team WA, and it's where we get a competitive advantage across the Western Australian academia and industry by really working closely together rather than dividing and conquering. And I think that's a very important sort of differentiator between what we can do in Western Australia and what other individual universities and industry players might do around the country. So ECU is very much behind Team WA, not only from a university perspective, but working closely with the state government and working closely with the strong industry players that we have in Western Australia. In some of the areas in which we have a strong presence, such as cybersecurity, we're already working closely with a number of other industry players, and we're looking forward to expanding that cooperation. And at the moment, for example, the SKATE initiative is a great innovation where we are making inroads into reducing the vulnerabilities of control systems around the country. And our infrastructure is critical to our national well-being. And so securing such control systems that are used by all of our industry around the country is a critical piece of work that we're cooperating with a number of industry players already in. That is a typical approach in which we are partnering up with industry, and we would like to see that as a blueprint for the future, in which we continue to work closely with industry so that, like the SKATE initiative, we can provide the good ideas and our industry partners can put them into play. Our Vice-Chancellor is very strong on the idea about ECU being a productive partner for defence and for all aspects of our national power, and that involves not only producing graduates from our education programs that can contribute to industry and to capabilities such as in defence, but it also extends into making best use of the good innovation that comes out of research, and indeed trying to take research problems from defence and other national agencies and industry and put that back to our researchers and put the challenge on our researchers to produce answers to those questions and those problems. And therefore we can take those answers, the good research that we do, and work with industry partners, other universities and government to answer those questions and to make our country more productive and safer.